Sup guys, welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be continuing our inventory series, and I think it's going to be the last thing that I'm going to be doing. I am going to enable the player to basically go into their inventory, and then if they have an item over here, I'm going to be enable them to drop that item. Now I don't really know, because I didn't actually create a button to drop, so I'm going to see how am I going to do that. Probably it will just be simple to create a button inside the item itself, the item widget. So that's what I'm going to be doing. You can go into your widgets and widget will print item. Double click that open. And over here to the use item, I'm going to right click on the text and I'm going to go and wrap with an horizontal box. So now we can fit more stuff into here because I'm going to need to... I'm actually thinking, okay. Actually undo that because we cannot do that because the button will extend and we want to create another button. So I'm going to go into our use item and I'm going to right click, wrap with an horizontal box. There you go. And now on our horizontal box we want to just click on that button and the text, Control C, go to the horizontal box and Control V. So now we'll have two buttons. And the second button, I'm just going to name it to button underscore drop, and I'm going to set the text to just drop, and I'm gonna add a little spacer between so the buttons are not too close to each other. So I'm gonna drag the spacer into here, and I'm gonna make it, I guess, on the X value 10 or 20. I'm gonna make it 20. There you go, and I'm going to compile and save. And I'm probably gonna make the button of a little bit a red color or something. So to make it, don't click this unless you're sure you won't drop. Yeah, I think that's it. So right now, why is it this? Okay, drag the item into the use item because that dragged out for some reason. So now I'm going to go into the button wrap and I'm going to do on click, and I'm probably yeah, we can do that here. So when we drop the item, we're going to want to check something. First of all, I want to get the player character. Actually no, let's get the item details of the button that we are dropping. And let's break the details because we're gonna want to know if this is a weapon. If it is a weapon, we want to check if we are equipping it first, because if we are equipping it, we cannot just drop something off our ends. We want to make sure that only items that are not currently equipped are the ones that we can drop. And I think to actually make this look better, we can go into our designer again and go into our button, and if you click the button and go back here, you have it is enabled. Let's bind that. And then let's bind this by getting the information that I just said. So let's get item details, break the item details, and then I'm going to get the type. And let me do a switch. And then we only want to do this if we are a weapon. And if we are a weapon, I'm going to want to go... Oh, I'm sorry. Lately, the editor has been a little bit buggy for me. I don't know why. Let's get on to getting the player character. And let's cast to our first person character. Let's connect these up. And then let's get our equipped weapon. I believe we have it. Or not. So let's go into our first person character. In the last video I set up where we could spawn, let's see, no, this is the picking up, the toggle env, refresh env. I don't remember where I did the equip. Oh, I think it was in the item. I'm not sure where it was. Okay, it was in the item. So when we click use item, we're going to check all of this. And I'm going to create a new variable on the first person character. I'm just going to call it equipped weapon. so we can keep track if we have and which weapon we have equipped. Gonna make of this of the type master item. Gonna make it a reference. I'm gonna compile and save that. Then I'm gonna go into the item, and this is the stuff that we did on the last episode. Now I'm gonna search for when we spawn the actor and we set this stuff. I'm gonna get the player character. I am going to cast to the first person character. And then I am going to, let me see, set the equipped weapon. And I'm going to set the equipped weapon to this. Return value of the spawn actor. It's actor the weapon we spawned. I'm going to set that variable. I'm going to compile and save. Now we can get down here. Into the function that we created for setting the the button enabled. Then I'm going to get the equipped weapon. First of all, I'm going to check, is it valid? If it's valid, we're going to have a weapon assigned to it. If it's not valid, that means that we have nothing equipped. And I'm just going to set this to be enabled if it is not valid. And I guess I can do this, Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, if it is a consumable. There you go. And now if it is valid, we're going to need to, let's get the details of this. Let's break it. And now we want to know if this equipped weapon is of the type that we're trying to drop. Actually, this would make all the weapons of the same type would be dropped, but I guess of the type of inventory that I'm making. For example, if you remember in Fallout, if you pick 3 weapons that are equal, the same, they'll just stack. I don't think I'm going to be enabling you to pick up weapons that are the same, because there is no durability. If you pick up a weapon and it's just going to be there, if you have 2, it will make no difference. So I think I'm going to do it this way. It will be a little bit easier to do. So I think I'm going to go into the class, and I'm going to get an equal, and I'm going to get that from the item details. I will break it as well, and I'm just going to drag this class into this equal sign. So if it is actually equal, I'm not going to be enabling you to activate the button. So I'm going to connect this into the condition. If it is valid, we're going to check this, and if it is not valid, if it's not equal, sorry, we're going to say, well, if the weapons are not of the same type, which is the one that we want to drop is not the same one as that we are equipped, I'm going to be enabling the button. If it is true, that means that it is the same weapon. I'm going to say, well, do not turn on the button, so we cannot click on it. And I think that's it. We can get back into the event graph and go down here. So we don't need to check that over here. The only thing that we got to do when we click this button is actually spawn the item and remove it from my inventory. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to drag a spawn actor from class. The class that I want to spawn is, well, the class of our item. But now we're going to have to get our spawn transform, what we want that to be. And never mind there, that's because we didn't plug this in. I'm going to go into the first person character, and I'm going to go into the viewport, and I'm going to be creating an arrow, and I'm just going to be calling this arrow drop location. So the location of this arrow is going to be where we're going to drop our item, and I'm going to do that right on the bottom. Actually, I do not need to do that. I'm just going to leave the arrow right on like a little bit forwards of the character, and like at the same level. That should be fine. Actually, we could do something like activating physics. That would be cool. So let's just leave this up here, like front of the character. Let's compile and save, and then we're gonna get the player character. I'm gonna cast to our first person character. You can right click and convert this to a pure cast, so we don't have to plug it in. And then I'm just gonna get the drop location. I'm gonna get the world transform, I guess. Yeah, it can be the world transform. And I'll just plug this in. I'm gonna say try to adjust location but always spawn. And then on the return value, the only thing that we have to do is activate. Oh, actually we need to get the mesh. Get the item mesh. And then we activate. Okay, maybe it's not activated. Let's see. Physics. Is there a set? It's probably one of these. It's probably called simulate. Set simulate physics. That's what I want. And I'm gonna click on simulate. That should make the item drop. And we can just test that out. So let's go into the first person and play. And let's just pick up these items. Let's pick up the rifle and our food and stuff. Go. Let's open these up. Now we have our little things. Because we do not have the rifle equipped, we can drop it. Let's try and equip it. You can see that the drop button is now disabled, so we cannot click on that. Let's try and drop the medic kit. Boom. And we spawn the cube. That's weird. Why are you spawning a cube? I'm actually confused. I know that we didn't drop, actually the medikit still appears there, but I didn't do the logic for that yet. Oh, I know why this is happening. Okay, it's working correctly, but remember that I scaled down these over here on the viewport, so it's actually showing on like real size. But if you have like your proper meshes that you put there, when you drop them, they're gonna be at the same size that they appear on the over here on the viewport. But if I drop this, it's just gonna get back to the default size that it was before I scaled them down. But you can see that these are activated physics, and if I actually pick up F, I can actually pick them up again. Now we have duplicates because I didn't remove it the first time, but you can see how it works. Now let's just remove them from the inventory. That's the last part that we need. And how are you gonna do that? Well, I think I'm gonna use it. I'm just gonna Control C and Control V, this player cast, and I'm gonna get the inventory. And I'm gonna do a for each loop on it because I'm gonna need to get one of these items. I'm actually gonna get another kind of for each loop. So for each loop with break, because we do want the break on this, so we can only remove one item and not all of them of the same type. I'm gonna go into the array element and break it. And I'm gonna get, what the hell is happening with my mouse? Okay, it was bugged out, I don't know why. Let's get our item details from our loop. Oh, sorry. God damn it, it's so buggy, I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna Control C this, and I'm going to copy it over here. So we're gonna need to compare, well, are the names equal? If they are equal, that means that we are talking about the same type of item. And I just want to remove one from the inventory. So if this is true, I'm gonna go over here and drag the array element. I guess the array index, that's fine. And I'm gonna say remove index. And the index that I want to remove is from our inventory. So I'm gonna remove the item that is at the index that we found over here on the loop. And I'm just gonna go over here and plug this into the break. Once this is completed, let me just move this a little bit forwards. I'm gonna have to refresh the inventory because the item won't disappear. We actually have to refresh the widget, and I'm gonna have to go into the first person character to do that. Let's find where we actually toggle the inventory, and I'm going to I guess I can create a custom event for it. It's probably easier, so I'm gonna go and do a custom event. I'm gonna say refresh env. Oh, I have one already. Did I create that? I don't remember. Oh, I do have a refresh env. Okay, that's cool. So let's go back into our widget blueprint item. I didn't remember I had that. Let's go for our first person character and call refresh env. after we complete this. And now we should successfully see our items drop normally. So I'm I'm just gonna pick up the rifle because that's the origin size. I didn't change it. Got the rifle, I'm gonna drop it, and you can see that it disappeared and it dropped on the ground. Can go ahead and pick it up again, and it appears again, and I can equip it and all. If I have it equipped, I cannot drop this. The button gets disabled, and I'm gonna pick this stuff. And yeah, you can use it, you can drop them. Never mind the size, because I already explained it, the scale thing. But yeah, you can pick it up again, you can use them, and that's all cool. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do any more episodes to this series. I'm probably just gonna go for the last one. I think I need to explain what do you do. Well, now I have this rifle equipped, but now what if I want to unequip it, or like equip another weapon? How do I take this one off and put the other one? I think I didn't really explain that. So yeah, that's going to be what I'm going to be doing in the next video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.